Next, it's a UFC bantamweight division fight. The Olympic gold medalist, UFC flyweight champion, and again, you talk about work ethic. That conversation begins with the messenger, Henry.
It absolutely does. As a young boy, Henry understood that he wanted gold bigger than any high school kid should chase. So he moved to the Olympic Training Center, and he trained with me as I was getting ready for the Olympic team prior as a little kid, because he knew winning an NCAA title wasn't enough for him. Ultimately, he became Olympic champion, the youngest in U.S. history, and now he's the UFC champion. What a career by Henry CEJUDO.
All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight. And
as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Greco-Roman wrestler holding a professional record of 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, Henry the Messenger CEJUDO! And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Long Island, New York, USA, Merab the Machine DVALISHVILI! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliotta.
So Dan Mergliotta shares the cage.
You ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. On one side, you have a fighter who does everything well, taking on a true grappler on the other side. Going to be interesting to see how long they can keep it up with.
I mean, Damian Maia may be the most specialist type of grappler in the UFC. This guy resembles him in a number of ways. Let's see how he manages this fight against a guy that can do just about everything inside the octagon.
Effective strike there by CEJUDO.
Look at him dig that body shot right up through his opponent's sternum.
Well, really using his reach advantage there with that punch, DC. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Oh, nice job to defend the takedown and scramble to his feet. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the chin.
Oh, nice slip to avoid that right hand.
Good stick.
That's how you defend the single leg. All right, under 3 minutes now to go in round 1. Push it, and a nice job to stick with it there to complete the takedown. And he landed the right hand there. About the speed on that reversal there. I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Under 90 seconds now to go in round one. Back mount now.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch it go parallel right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish, he has to go flat.
And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking to do?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men. Stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
All right, round two.
Beautiful body.
Oh, big hook, that'll leave him on. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind. Oh, that was a big takedown. Is this the one that's going to break him?
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land a beautiful ground and pound.
Let's do it!
Wow! That was nasty!
What a performance!
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Miliatis calling stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 47 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Henry the Messenger CEJUDO.
So the celebration is on with him and his team, and rightfully so. A monumental result tonight as he gets the win by knockout.
He spoke it into existence. He said over and over to anyone that'll listen,
I am going to knock this man out. He did it in an even more impressive fashion than he ever could have imagined.